had better questions than that.
And Jay-Z?
No, I think the questions are cool though. I just think,
I ain't like it.
She asked about minimum wage. That shit that affects. I think that shit that affects people in her family immediately because she's still, you know what I'm saying?
That's why.
She's still connected with the neighborhood, so I think that shit affects I fucked with it. I just think that was. I feel like he did the same shit that. It seems like he did the same shit that Hillary did when she wanted to attach herself to Beyonce and pull a hot sauce out of the bath. I thought I was like in line with that type of shit. I'm like, he didn't need that.
That's probably what they think they need to do is get the black vote.
Yeah, but Bernie didn't need, niggas fuck with you already. Bernie, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like
Cardi B requested that shit.
I feel like with him doing that, low key is gonna, because niggas don't fuck with Cardi. There's a lot of people that don't fuck with Cardi B too. So niggas are so shallow and so, like I said, using emotions or whatever, weaponized emotion. Niggas are so shallow, like, oh, he fucking with what's name? Oh no, I can't fuck with him. Even though it's a bigger issue, right? We're talking about a global. The United States president is a global issue, not just a national issue. It's a global issue. So whoever we elect in president is going to affect us, globally, not just in this country. So, but niggas are so small-minded. They're like, oh, he's fucking Cardi. Oh, no, I can't fuck with him now. I ain't gonna vote for him because it's simple shit like that. I just don't think he didn't need that shit.
Hey, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
What's on, man?
Hi. Welcome to the Hdsncrw podcast. It's your girl Crissy.
It's your boy Roc.
Statum.
That man had no energy right there.
Statum, I'm sorry. I got a little bit,
You just be whispering and stuff.
Nah,
you did this last time.
I did?
Yeah.
My fault, man. I apologize.
It's alright.
It ain't alright. Fuck, don't tell niggas alright.
Statum, yeah. Alright, come on.
Alright, so we were just talking about, we were having a conversation about
Cardi B
and
Bernie. I'm sorry, Cardi B and Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, the interview that she did with him. So how do you guys feel about it?
Like I was saying, I feel like you don't need it. I feel like he didn't need that because I don't know how much it cost, but I feel like I feel like he didn't need it because he's already winning. But it's kind of hard to gauge sometimes. Like sometimes you don't know you're winning the fight, unless you do some shit and actually see the numbers. But I think he's already winning. You know what I'm saying for the Democratic, number one Democratic candidate. But I feel like that shit just took him back a few notches.
Why do you think that?
I feel like it's in the same line as like the Hillary shit. Like when Hillary was attaching herself with Beyonce and Jay-Z's and the hot sauce shit she put out the bag during the Breakfast Club, which is catered to black. I feel like it's in line with that. Like he didn't need to do that shit. Like bro, like we seen you on the front line at the you know what I'm saying, the marches and shit. Like we seen that. Like we don't need, you know what I'm saying, we need that.
Okay. What about you, Roc?
I feel like this, like you said, it's just really just people just trying to get the black vote. Everybody's just trying to get the black vote. Everybody want to seem like the black people's champ, and it's like a shit corny. I'm sorry, but she's not a spokesperson for black people. She's not a spokesperson.
I think not even for that. I think it's just for the urban community.
Even for the urban, I'm sorry, she's not somebody that I would have speak up for me.
Yeah.
Somebody that I would trust to speak up for me. And I think that's his play. Like, why do we got Cardi coming up here? Fuck that. I'd rather have Charlamagne come up here.
Alright, so if you look,
I'd rather somebody Charlamagne who built herself up, who could actually have a legitimate conversation about the black experience.
Yeah, but Charlamagne isn't moving people's opinions as much as Cardi B would.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
That nigga Charlamagne is probably top 5 black people right now in the entertainment world.
How are you gauging that though?
Top 5.
But what are you gauging?
I'm telling you,
this nigga has literally done what is Ed Sheeran? Ed Sheeran has only did one interview, and that interview was with Charlamagne.
That's because they cool. They got a relationship, and they got a relationship.
Schoolboy Q,
and they got a relationship with the label.
Schoolboy Q, who don't give interviews at all, gave his only interview to Charlamagne the God.
Okay,
you get me? Like so. Is this these people are literally giving their interview? And if I'm not mistaken, he got a whole special now that he be giving interviews to people. If I'm not mistaken. I watched it somewhere. I'm not sure where it was
he
at.
Got that shit from Joe Budden too.
You got me. So either way, whether he got it from this dude is literally have become a voice. So
he's a voice, but he's not top 5.
Who else is bigger than him? As far as entertainment. Other than Jay-Z, who's number 1?
You got Jay-Z, you got
who's number 1? Who's number 1?
You got Jay-Z, you got Beyonce,
Beyonce and Jay-Z the same person. Fuck you talking about when it comes to speaking
They're
up.
family. They're
They come the same person.
The Cardis.
Exactly. That's
So-
they're the Cardis. They number one.
So I think you got Kanye.
Who's speaking up for who?
No, but we talking about people that's influential. That voice moves. That voice moves people,
As of right now,
bro.
As of right now,
period.
As of right now,
Kanye have been sitting on the bench right
Yeah,
now.
Kanye
And
is
you
on the
know
bench right now.
because you even set him on the bench.
Kanye is on the bench
Listen,
right now.
You even set him on the bench.
Yeah.
Kanye can come out right now. This is the thing about it. The niggas are fucked up. This is the thing about it. Kanye voice moves. I don't know how y'all motherfuckers want to put it or how y'all gauging it.
Alright.
Kanye voice moves shit. If Kanye come out right now, like even before with Kanye, when he said, "Oh, that Trump shit was trolling," I was using that Trump hat to get niggas out of prison, which they got niggas out of prison. Niggas like, oof. All right, cool. Like that was a cool one. Now we back on the Kanye West train. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, Kanye shit moves. He can come back out right now and say he endorsing Trump, and the whole world will go fucking crazy. Kanye has that type of voice. Kanye has the type of voice.
Okay, other than him now.
Other than Kanye, you probably Cardi B.
Well, she don't. He stop playing. My nigga, yo, we about to. First of all, we got the cat. We got the cat. We got the cat right now.
But that's not
you
what's
all
it.
cat.
No, that's not
She not
true.
moving a needle on shit. She haven't moved the needle on nothing.
But how can you sell?
Stop that bullshit.
How can you sit here and tell me? How can you sell many records and not say somebody can't move shit? That's influence.
No,
She's not just nigga. That's the label.
That's like
you can't come on here and say it's behind the scenes shit and then don't talk about the behind the scenes shit. That's all the label moving that shit.
What do you mean?
That's the label moving that. Usually if you said that, okay, it's behind the scene things. They got connected to the label. That label is pushing Cardi B.
No, how they got
Cardi
that?
B
How they
ain't
got
rocking.
that? I'm talking about how they
Cardi
got
B
that.
ain't rocking.
I'm
We
talking
not
about how they
rocking
got
her shit. Well, her album was garbage. That shit was nothing but radio play.
Definitely wasn't garbage.
That shit was nothing but radio
I'll be
play.
real with you. I don't
She
listen
ain't
to them songs no
yo.
more.
Listen to
I don't
Cardi
listen.
Underground shit. Listen to Cardi B Underground. That shit garbage.
Yeah, but we talking
Nigga, she's doing nothing but label records. That's it. That's all label. Label is moving all that shit. She ain't doing nothing by herself.
She can get on. She can get on.
She ain't
Live.
doing nothing by herself.
Bro, she get on live right now and she get 30. She get 3.4.
What do that mean?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What do that mean?
Bro, she get on live right now. She get 3.4 million people to watch her talk.
So does Nicki.
Charlamagne can't get that.
That's a damn lie.
Yeah, that's a lie.
That's a damn lie.
How many followers does Charlamagne have?
That's a damn
How
lie.
many followers does Charlamagne have on? We can dumb it down right here. How many followers does Charlamagne have on Instagram?
You talking about Nicki
Versus-
Nicki
no.
is listening to it's strippers.
Bro,
It's strippers
bro,
ain't
we're not
watching
talking
that
about-
shit.
we're not talking
We're
about-
not talking about
You
strippers watching
can't tell me
Charlamagne shit.
You can't tell me it's 4 million strippers in the world. Fuck out of here. Like y'all.
Nobody's saying that's it, but the
that's
real
all
thing is that.
strippers. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's not moving a needle for shit.
Strippers is a job. I know.
So my question is.
strippers are smart as fuck, my nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like strippers is a job.
So my question is this: Cardi B going live. You watching her live?
No.
Stop
bro.
that bullshit.
No.
Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him. Cause he about the cat. He about the cat. Our first fucking
That's it,
video.
yo.
He about the cat. I smell cat. I smell cat.
Yo, bro.
I fucking smell cat, dude.
Yo.
You shit me?
Listen.
You shit me?
Yo, bro. I said.
You shit me?
I said no. I'm not one of those people that's gonna go listen. But she influenced a large amount of people. She influenced a large amount of people, way more than Charlamagne. Social media goes by influence.
I wouldn't
bro.
say way more than
These are-
Charlamagne.
look,
Charlamagne's
social
been in the
media-
game before she been in the
What that
game.
mean?
Charlamagne has more viewers than she does. Charlamagne literally
Queen,
has a talk show
listen.
where he talks like for a living. This is what he
Listen,
do.
Jermaine Dupri-
Cardi B
Jermaine-
can't
listen.
even speak English correctly.
Listen,
what do you mean?
Jermaine
What do you
Dupri-
mean?
Just because you've been in the game longer than somebody don't mean shit.
Right? Are you serious?
Jermaine Dupri been in the game
Wow.
longer than any of us. He been Jermaine
guy, yo.
Jermaine Dupri have been in the industry since 1908, and he don't have more influence.
But Jermaine Dupri is not. Listen.
You know what I'm saying? He
Jermaine
don't have
Dupri
more.
is not out here on a daily, on a talk show like Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne the God is right now. He's current. Right now. I'm not talking about no Jermaine
Jermaine
Dupri.
Dupri's current. He had
No,
a TV show going on.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Bruh.
I've never tuned into.
I've never heard of it.
But you're not
Me
one of-
personally, I never
That
heard
nigga
of
look
it.
like a modern day mega
Let me
mind
ask
out
you a
here,
question.
brother. I ain't got time for
Let me ask you a
that.
question. Now, I hate that we going all over the place, right? Let me ask you a question. The nigga Russ said, y'all listen to Russ music?
No.
No.
Alright, y'all don't listen to Russ music. Russ still made the Forbes list over some of y'all favorite artists. So because y'all not listening, does that mean it's not relevant? That's when people got themselves fucked up when you realize you that big into the universe. Where
But
y'all don't have to listen to the shit.
You are a contradiction. You are a contradiction. You saying just because the person is just because you're not tuning in doesn't mean that their music or whatever is influential. So you trying to tell me still that Cardi B is bigger than Charlamagne the God?
Because social media goes by influence.
Exactly.
No.
Therefore, Cardi B has the most influence on social media. But in the real life, in the real world, we listen to Breakfast Club. Nobody's sitting there tuning into Cardi B's fucking show. But anybody that's coming for trash and just like. That's like, for instance, Queen Radio. You listen to Queen Radio because of the
rawness
bullshit that's coming with that. You know she gonna yell, scream, this and that. You going there for
talk
the
about
garbage.
people.
She gonna trash it.
Yeah, she gonna say what she gotta say.
You going in there for substance. You going in there. I want to know what the fuck actually is going on. I'm listening to. I'm gonna bump Charlamagne.
You can't tell me Breakfast God is all substance.
I'm not saying. I said Charlamagne.
No, you can't.
I said Charlamagne.
Charlamagne doesn't have more influence than Cardi B. What's wrong with y'all niggas?
All right. Well, that's your opinion.
I thought you pulled it up, right? But you said
No, I couldn't find it.
That's
I couldn't
why.
find it.
You can't find what? You can't find Cardi B's followers and Charlamagne followers?
I don't
you
know
just seen some
his
shit
name on
that
Instagram.
you seen Charlamagne shit.
I don't know Charlamagne's name on
You follow
Instagram.
Cardi B on Instagram?
Yeah.
You follow Cardi.
See the guy.
She follow Cardi B on Instagram and don't follow fucking Charlamagne. Like stop, yo.
Because I don't have it. I don't know how to spell it.
I follow Cardi B on it's See the God.
He got 3.2 million.
I follow Cardi B on Instagram and don't follow Charlamagne.
3 points. What you what?
I follow Cardi B on Instagram and don't follow Charlamagne.
That's bad decision making.
She follows Cardi B on Instagram and don't follow Charlamagne.
I follow Charlamagne, and that shit is factual right there.
You follow Charlamagne?
That shit factual. That shit factual.
Wait, but it's 2-1. You
2-1
lose that.
still.
You lose that battle.
I don't lose
How
that.
do I lose that battle?
I don't
Wait,
lose that
first
battle.
of all,
No, how many? Y'all only do Cardi B.
The only reason why I follow Cardi B is because we did a podcast earlier where we were talking about Cardi B. I'm not a hater. One, I'm not. Okay, and then I just so happened to follow her because I'm a Nicki fan. I like Nicki Minaj. So when that whole mess was going on with her and Cardi B, only reason why I follow Cardi B is because I kind of wanted to just be in the mix and see what was going on, what was being said.
49.4 million.
I'm hating.
She had 49.4 million versus Charlamagne 3 million. Come on, man.
We're talking about different
That gotta stop it, bro.
She's an artist compared to somebody who's a public figure.
Stop.
Somebody that's a public figure.
But let's be real here. How many of them accounts are fake?
Stop.
How many of them accounts are fake that's following her?
So you tell me 40 million of those accounts are fake that she's following?
How many of them are fake that's following her? How many of them are the same person sitting behind a computer on their phone trying to get at her, trying to say whatever, trolling her, or whatever? Exactly. How many of them accounts are fake? How many of those people that actually tune in and say, oh, let me go and be on Cardi B's page every day and like her stuff? Let's be real here.
You think 40 million of those accounts are fake?
I never said that. I'm asking, how many of them do you think is fake?
I don't think any of them is fake. I don't think nothing is fake up there.
All right. I'm glad you're wearing the cap because you really the captain.
Yo, the thing is,
I can't believe
how many you think is
you're
fake?
sitting here. I can't give you the exact number, but I'm telling you, all them accounts are not real.
I said, how many?
I'm telling you, a lot of them. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna say a lot. I can't put a number on it, but I'm gonna say a lot. No, I'm gonna say a lot. Yes, and I'm gonna be in general because thinking logically speaking, don't sit here and tell me that every account on Instagram that's following somebody is real, or it's not spam, or it's actually somebody that's actually controlling that account on a day-to-day basis. No, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I got like 800 followers on Instagram, and I tell you right now, I got fake accounts following me.
But you asked me, what do I think?
Come on,
you asked me, what do I think?
Come on, bruh. Come on. Nah, you go ahead.
You asked me, what do I think, and I told you. So I'm asking you, what do you think? How many? Put a number on it.
I just told you I can't give you a number.
She has 49 million followers, right? Mm-hmm. So you think 20 million of those are fake?
It could be. You don't know.
All right, so even if 20 million is fake, she's still 29 million up over Charlamagne.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that everybody tunes in every day to see, what Cardi B doing.
If Cardi B doing,
when Charlamagne is an actual spokesperson who actually talks on a talk show on a daily basis. Cardi B is not on Instagram or live every single day.
Charlamagne is a journalist.
How I see it is.
Charlamagne is a journalist.
How I see it is.
Cardi B is a journalist for the hood.
No, she not. Not for my hood. Not when she calling black women roaches. I'll be real with you. She ain't no spokesperson for my hood.
This shit just got wow.
What you talking about? What you talking talking about?
I don't know what
you talking
All
about.
I'm saying is, I'm not going to Cardi B page for nothing.
But you're not. But we just proved
but the cheeks.
But we just proved it right here. Math don't lie.
But the cheeks.
Bro, math don't lie though. We just proved it right here. You got 2 versus 1. You know what I'm saying? That proves the point right there. Numbers don't lie. You follow Cardi B? Huh? What's her name?
Leanna. No.
You follow Cardi B?
No.
Thank you.
You follow Charlamagne?
No.
Alright, cool. So we still 2-1. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be like that. You feel what I'm saying? You open up Fennell shit, I guarantee you follow what's name too. It's like,
who? Cardi B?
Absolutely.
He probably do, but he also probably follows Charlamagne the God as well.
I doubt it.
All right, we'll see.
I'm just saying, that's just the way it is. She has way bigger influence than what's her name. She has much more influence. I don't give a fuck if a nigga on the...
Even if she do have more influence, I personally, in my opinion, y'all gave y'all opinions about the sit down with Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I'm sorry.
I meant Bernie Sanders.
My bad, Bernie Sanders. My bad.
You can, see, that's way too important to get that mixed up.
I messed up. My bad. Anyway,
Sheesh.
the sit down that she had, I personally feel like she should have came prepared with better questions. I feel like the conversation they had was real generic. It was very generic, very general. You can go online and type in Google and ask and see how much the minimum wage is. You know what I'm saying?
The
like
minimum wage is different per state.
Okay, you can go on Google and type how much is the minimum wage. Doesn't matter.
But it's different per state. I think when she was speaking, when you're speaking in the country, you got to make questions general. You can't make it specific towards.
Listen, them questions was generic.
But
I
you
don't
have to
care.
make it like
No,
that,
it should have been better. No, I'm not saying generic as in general questions. I'm saying generic like they were some basic questions, meaning that there could have been more. Like she should have asked better questions. And there. I remember a couple. I believe it was like a month or 2 ago or something like that. She posted a video on her page and she was asking people like, you know, guys, if you can ask somebody, you know, if you had a chance to sit down with somebody like the president or whoever or somebody in the political world, what questions would you ask them? So you asking your fans these things, I'm sure people gave you some real good questions to ask. You asking this because you want the feedback. I'm sure people gave you some real good questions to ask, but you didn't use that.
You don't think she used it?
D, come on, D. Come on, D.
I'm asking.
You seen the interview, D. You seen it.
I watched parts of it.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't see the full.
All right.
I watched parts of it.
All right.
But the thing is, like I said, when he's speaking, he's not speaking. He's not trying to become the mayor of New York or the mayor of New York.
Right. He's trying to be the president.
He's trying to be the president. So when you got a country where your issues are different than you live in the same state. You know what I'm saying? You can live in the same state as me. Your problems that you're facing is different than the problems that I'm facing.
But if she's
the things that you want out of government is different than what I want from the government. So imagine doing that times, we have 50 states. So everybody's issues are different. He can't just specifically cater to one particular group.
Okay, but if she's there to speak on behalf of minorities, wouldn't you want the topic to be about?
Well, I think she mentioned.
I'm confused by that.
All right, so she's speaking on minorities, right? I'm gonna let you get to the round part. Just let me. When she gets to minorities, right? I think she spoke about stuff that people care about. The cost of living, wages. You know what I'm saying? I think that those are immigration. I think those are the things that people care about the most. Benefits. You know what I'm saying? They spoke about stuff like that. That's what matters the most. I don't know what matters the most to you. I mean, when it comes down to benefits, I got a kid. I got a fiance. Those benefits matter. Those benefits matter to me.
Okay.
When it comes down to pay, New Jersey is super high to live in. It's super costly to live in. Those wages matter to me.
But
okay,
that's what happens. That's what happens, though. I think that's what happens. So when the minimum wage go up, right? Mm-hmm. So you're making more. The cost of living. So there's always this on the back end shit that happens. Like there's always that's gonna always happen. Mm-hmm. New Jersey's one of the highest places to live. Yeah, we're gonna go up to 15, but along the lines that cost of living is gonna keep going up.
Exactly.
So now, like I said, you're not paying it up front no more, but you're definitely gonna get it on the back end.
Of course.
So I think that's all that's happening. So we want to talk about minimum wage. I don't think it's really the minimum wage. It's really just like we just I don't know what has to give in order to fix that problem.
You know what it is?
Because the cost of living is going to keep going up.
Of course.
Yeah, but that's why the wages. That's why the wages.
Taxes keep going up.
That's why the wages have to keep going up. And I think she spoke on that. She spoke on wages. What questions do y'all think that she didn't tackle? I'm confused.
Oh, I never said she tackled.
No, but what, no,
my idea is this.
What she missed?
My idea is this. I just feel like she don't have any skin in the game when it comes to speaking on behalf
I think that's
of a community.
I think that's null and void. Because
I think that she don't have no skin in the game.
The president didn't have any skin in the game, and he became the president. So I think that's null and void. I don't think.
No, I don't think. But my thing is he has.
Yeah.
But that's another situation.
No, but I'm saying the president.
That's another situation. But then we got to really start playing because there's behind the scenes things that happen.
But he was not involved in politics.
With the data breach. We had literally literally. I went back and watched it. He didn't win. Okay, I'm just saying. But so when it comes to that, when it comes to that, it's completely different. That's a completely different topic. When it comes to that, she don't have no skin in the game to be sitting there talking about those topics. For me,
well, who are you to say that?
For my life, to make me feel like, oh my God. I'm so happy she's up there saying this.
Yes.
This is such a great thing. Like she's such a.
But once again, I open it up.
Inspirational person.
If you feel that way, what questions did she miss? What would you have liked for her to talk about? No, why you keep going to say? What questions would you have liked for her to talk about?
You and I both know that if it was you sitting up there, you would have tackled more topics. Better topics, more information topics than she did.
I ain't gonna give it to her yet. I'm gonna hold off. You might as
well keep it on. You want to wear this for the rest of the show.
You said she didn't tackle questions. I'm asking you a question. What questions do you think she should have tackled? Don't put it off on me. What questions do you think she should have tackled?
I can't think of anything right now.
I'm
going to think of something, and by the end of the show, I will give it to you.
Listen.
But I'm going to think of something. But I personally, as I'm sitting there watching it, it did not impact me. It did nothing for me. Nothing.
Because you don't like the person.
It's not about me not liking the person. And I never said I don't like Cardi B. So don't put that energy out there, because I've never said that.
You're a Nicki fan.
Don't like Cardi B.
You're a Nicki fan. That's why you don't like Cardi B.
I'm a Nicki fan, but that has nothing to do with her going to talk to him and sitting down having a conversation.
But you realize there's a lot of small-minded people that, like I said, shallow people that this is what I think. I don't think what's wrong for them to sit down and talk to.
Shallow?
No.
He said small-minded.
Why?
Yeah.
That was about to be a fact.
But look, I don't think what's wrong for him to sit down with her. Right? Actually, let me rephrase that. I don't think the questions that she asked was anything wrong with that. I just feel like he didn't need that, because now like he's pandering towards one community, which I feel like he didn't need to do. That's my thing. I feel like you don't need to do that.
Nah, fuck that.
You keep your topics.
No.
No. You keep your topics, whatever. We agree with your topics. We agree with everything he's trying to do with the with the wages, with the reparations.
My thing is this. My thing is this. Nah, fuck that. I'm tired of niggas coming up here and giving us a 2-minute fucking speech about how they're gonna help the fucking black community. Nah, fuck that. Let's have a conversation. No. How about this? I'd rather have a motherfucking Jay-Z up there to talk about our fucking community better than a motherfucking Cardi B. Somebody that can actually hold a fucking legit conversation. Not saying that she didn't say that. I don't care what question she asked. What I'm saying is I want somebody that can speak on multiple different levels of the community. I'm not just talking about the low class citizens, because minimum wage is affected not just the low class, but the middle class too.
I don't think it's not becoming a middle class anymore. You're right.
That's what I mean. So it's affecting everybody.
Yeah.
It's not just affecting the people who live in BT and Pennington Court. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? But it's not just affecting that. It's affecting us regular fucking people who work a 9-to-5 job who do have good health care, and that shit is affecting everybody.
But I'm asking you, so how can he So
fuck that. Cater to us. Let's have a conversation with us.
Yeah, but how can
come to the black community and talk to the fucking black community.
But it's not.
You want our vote?
You just said yourself that it's not.
You want our vote? Come talk to us.
But you just said it's not. It's not only about black people.
I didn't say it's only about. I said low class. I didn't say that. I didn't say black. So it is about black people. It is about us, because I feel like that's what niggas do. Niggas beat around the bush and they make it. They talk about our problems, but not indirectly talk about us. They talk about, oh well, people are dying. Speak on who the fuck is gun.
Right. Let's speak on all the gun violence or the black violence. Let's speak on drugs in our communities. Let's speak on all these things. All these homeless people. Let's speak on all these things. It's sad.
Yeah, you can't just pander to one community. Like you just can't do it.
You tripping? Why can't you? I feel like we have been literally, like I said before, we have been bamboozled. You get me? Niggas look over the black community so much. And it's like niggas never actually have a conversation about what are you gonna do for the black community.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to our community.
Nothing.
But of course. We need to own that shit. Yeah. 100%. We need to own our shit. But still, like, come on, dude. Like, if you want to talk about you want our vote, how are you gonna help this community? What are you gonna do in my community? Are you gonna help fund these schools better?
Right.
You understand? I went to a school that motherfucker. Our books were so fucking old.
But I think that's the local politicians to handle. I don't think that's his job.
True. I'm not saying it is, but you have say so too. Yes, granted. He don't gotta come. I'm talking about statewide. I mean everywhere. The country. I'm not just talking about I'm talking about the country itself. Are you funding this shit?
They can disperse money into these states to disperse money into these schools. You know how that's a line. That's a line.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
That's what I said. It's local politicians that niggas gotta hold accountable.
100%. And that's why we need the vote on all elections.
Yeah.
We need to vote for the Senate. We need to vote for the governor. We need to vote for these
mayors.
Things. Yes, 100%. So we need to get out there and vote. But I'm the last person to say that. But still, I need to do better myself. But I gotta hold myself accountable. You understand me? It's holding ourselves accountable too. But my thing is, if you want the black vote, how are you gonna help black people? You're not gonna tell me to vote for you, and you're not doing shit for me.
The thing
is, they talking about minimum wage.
No, maybe I'm different. Like it's about policies to me, right? And what you plan to implement, right? Not necessarily, what you're gonna do for. And I don't mean to come off like this, but not necessarily what you're doing for a group of people, but it's the policies and stuff that you stick by. We already know. Niggas voted for Obama because Obama was black, right? When he got in office, he didn't do shit, major for
checks and balances, of course.
Like the black community, right?
Checks and balances.
Yeah, people was cool with that though because he was black and he was inside office, right? So it's like, why we want now we're looking for these white men to get in office and do stuff for the black community when we didn't hold our own account.
But no, we're not looking for it. We're not looking for it.
Yeah, that's exactly
they bringing up reparations. They don't want us talking on these topics to understand that the black voter is probably the most powerful voter.
You don't think we should get reparations?
100%.
All right, so
but what I'm saying is it's weaponizing our history. It's weaponizing our situation. Sure. They weaponize this shit to persuade us to vote. They weaponizing us.
Yep.
They weaponize your emotions. Right, so they know for a fact that 90% of your family is probably low to middle class.
Mm-hmm.
How can I weaponize somebody that's emotional? You can't weaponize somebody who's a billionaire, a black billionaire. You can't weaponize his emotions because he got it already.
Right, so if that's the case, then what? So if that's the case, what questions y'all looking for the answer in that?
Me personally, I never said that. I don't. Whatever she talked about is what she wanted to talk about. What I'm saying is we could have had a actual conversation,
a real conversation.
I didn't say she missed anything.
With someone who is familiar with politics, someone who can speak well on the black community or the minorities or the low class to middle class.
Listen, I don't think the way she speaks has to do with anything. At the end of the day, she's gonna ask the question. Listen. Niggas think because people are not as intelligent or can't conduct themselves or can't articulate themselves better than others. They're not stupid at all.
I didn't say she was stupid. I'm not saying she's stupid. I'm just saying.
I think she's the perfect person to speak to.
I'm just saying. What? How?
I think she's the perfect. Not saying it's other. I think she's the perfect person to speak to. She still has family in the hood.
Okay.
So she still sees how people are affected in her family. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why I think those topics that they talked about. Matters.
Okay.
Matters.
Nobody said
nobody. But no, I'm saying.
I'm not saying
in the black community, it's another thing too. People looking for people to promise us shit instead of just if the policies fit you, and fit your lifestyle and where you heading to in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, vote for that person. If the policies fit, you know what I'm saying. Stop looking for people to come in your house and give you a fucking hand. It's not gonna happen. And I think a lot of people looking for handouts. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
So
if you like the policies that they gotta offer, vote on those policies and hold them accountable for those policies. Not holding people accountable for not doing enough for the black community. So that's stupid. So we gotta hold ourselves like
you're right. You're right. We do gotta hold ourselves. We do gotta hold ourselves. But I feel like
stuff that's alarming. I'm sorry. The stuff that's alarming to me that they spoke on, wages. Like I said once again, and benefits. Those are the two most important things right now in the economy that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Two most important things. Nothing is more important than that. Nothing. And I can't argue a point where it is. Nothing's more.
So we're just gonna X out gun violence. So we're just gonna totally disregard that. We're gonna police brutality. We just gonna totally disregard that. That's not important.
Niggas are making it to work at this point.
Like that's not important.
I don't live in that world. So what's important to me? Like I said, no.
I think you do live in that world.
We all live in that world. That's the world we all live in.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You're a black man. You're a black man that drives a car. You are I don't give a fuck if you're a millionaire. You're a part of that world. Because if you do a test adds to, I'm gonna say on average, you can give a test to a black man. Would you rather shoot a black man or a white man? Who you think they'll shoot first?
Listen, let me.
Who do you think they'll shoot first? Because seemingly, white people
answer this question.
Seemingly, white people are safer in my community than I am.
But I think you're interpreting that question wrong. Let me tell you. I think you're interpreting what I said wrong. Right? When I said I don't live in that world, and once again, you know about weaponizing emotions. I think the media does that shit. I have a whole list, and we talked about this before. You know what I'm saying? So this shouldn't be foreign to you. I have a whole list of why it's not a resurgence of a bunch of black officers, why we don't have a bunch of black officers. Because what they do is they show you police brutality video to a young kid. 100%. So if the kid sees that, he's like, yo, fuck the police. I would never be a policeman. Police holds power. So I don't believe in that type of world. That doesn't affect me. You cannot use that police brutality to affect me. That shit don't affect me. Yeah, it's going on, but it's been going on for quite some time. But you're not going to use that to try to make me move somewhere else. That doesn't work. Gun violence. We've been dealing with gun violence, and we've been dealing with this shit for so long. It's like, don't try because a white person is creating mass shootings or whatever, killing 20 niggas. I know niggas. I know niggas I grew up with got 40 bodies, and they still out here in the streets because somebody goes in the building and kills 20 people at one time. That, like I said, that's not the world. We've been dealing with this shit. We in the projects. We right next door to the killing rapists. I know Tupac said that before. Why does this shit seem foreign to black people?
It's not that it's foreign.
That's what I said. I was living in that type of world. You're not going to make me move because, this person did this. The news got a way of controlling people, man.
You're right.
Like, niggas got to stop. Like, people got to stop that.
You're right.
How many niggas you know that got bodies?
I don't know any.
You know how many
niggas I know of that
snitching out here.
That's why a lot of murders go unsolved because niggas don't want to tell because it's snitching court.
Well, you know this. Why don't you say so?
Well, listen. No, I'm saying I know it. The thing is. No. That's how I'm just conversation. How many murderers you think you came into contact with over the past 2 weeks?
I have no idea. I work with the public, so probably a lot.
How many murderers you think you came into contact with that you know?
I don't know.
That I know.
That you know that you're cool with. You don't think you came into contact with no murderers since you wasn't there?
I mean, I did kill that cat one time. It was an accident. I ran over it by
it. Complain.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna complain. I know. No.
Put the hat on, bro.
No. Who?
Yo. What do you think I'm gonna say? Nigga,
come on,
man,
no snitching, man.
Well, I haven't. I'm gonna complain with you. Somebody that I know? No, I don't know. See, the thing is this, right? Perception is everything. No. Perception is everything.
But you know.
Perception is everything. Perception is everything.
Right, you know niggas that's
perception is everything.
You know niggas that's in the streets. You know niggas that get busy. You can't not sit.
But you see, but that's
what's name, bro?
That's all. Assuming that happened.
Come on, man.
We understand, like just because somebody say that X, Y, and Z happened. How many times niggas come and be like, yeah, bro, I stole that car, knowing damn well he didn't have a jack for it. He had nothing. He didn't break in a car. He drove that motherfucker. He ain't steal not one thing. He went in there.
I said, bro, that's not a right or wrong answer. I said, think. That's to have a particular opinion on something. It's not factual. It's what you think, what you believe.
I believe that 90% of the niggas that I ran across this week was not killers or shooters at all. I promise you. These niggas more bitch than anything. What you talking about?
But it's bitch niggas.
It's called perception.
But it's bitch niggas that's killing
understand this. These niggas is actually killing is not gonna show. They do not move that way because they are the shooter. When you meet the shooter, you don't know he's the shooter. Why? Because he the cleanest nigga out there.
No. I don't want to go.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna walk around like I'm the shooter. I got it on me. I got it on me. I don't gotta say I got it on me because I'm gonna hurt you.
But not saying that. Alright, so let me ask you a question. Alright, so that's what I want to keep it on topic, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Keep it on topic.
For sure.
When you see it's a thousand, I don't have the direct number, but let's throw a figure out there, right? When you think when you hear about, it's been 2,000 homicides in Newark this year, and this year haven't been over, right? That's a figure. That's just me throwing a number out there. I'm not too sure if that's accurate or not. That's just me throwing a number out there. When you hear about 2,000 people being murdered in Newark, right? And you live in Newark or you work in Newark, you don't think you cross paths with? And you think it's one person doing all those killings?
I'm not saying it's one person.
I'm asking the question. I'm just
You
don't think you cross paths with any type of person?
I'm gonna
kill people?
I'm gonna answer. I'm not saying you said within our last week. Do you think generalized I have ever walked past somebody who has committed a murder?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. You can walk on Wall Street and walk past a murderer.
Or a couple.
A lot of them. Motherfuckers who have never been caught and wear suits.
A lot of people. It's a lot of ways. It's a lot of ways to kill people nowadays. You ain't gotta just use a gun.
Like we walk past that. So to say that question itself is not just for the black community. That's for anything.
Yeah.
No, but your Uber driver can be a murderer, and you would never know.
I'm defending my point because I said that shit doesn't move me. That's not the world I live in.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it's more weaponized emotion. But like I said, it is a conversation. Now, is it the biggest conversation?
It should be.
It should be a conversation. It's definitely a conversation.
It's not the biggest conversation.
But it should be.
But to the point, I actually agree with D. Because health is one of the most important things in the world. Of course. Health is one. If
I feel like America don't take healthcare more serious.
Like you said, you got minimum wage. Now, granted, minimum wage is probably the biggest. Because if you can't make money, you can't do anything.
Right.
You have this person who's working 3 to 4 jobs, every day. You know what I mean? It's like that shit not healthy. And then if you work in those jobs, you need great health insurance to cover that. I don't see why health insurance isn't 100% free.
Yeah,
but in
need
the UK, these motherfuckers are living free. I believe it's the UK.
I think it's Canada.
Canada, whichever one. Sorry if I made a mistake, but like this is free there. Okay, if you're not gonna pay me, give me free healthcare. Give me free healthcare. That way, at least I can take care of myself and my family.
Because insurance is expensive. I
paying $100 for that thing, and I barely use that thing.
Insurance is expensive. I'm telling you, man. Health insurance is real expensive.
If you had top three, if you had a top, let's do it. Narrow the top 3. It should be easy. If you had top 3 concerns about, that's what I say. I speak on what's affecting me and my family, and we move in the past, 5 to 10 years. Okay. That's what I speak on.
So you will go health. No, wages. I go wages. I go health care, and then I'll say
healthcare.
For me personally,
healthcare and wages. Yeah.
For me, diversity and inclusion.
So
I think including.
Say yours.
I'll say wages, health, whichever one. No. Those two can be either or. Then I say diversity and inclusion. I say diversity and inclusion. Now that in itself is not. I think it's more general than anything, but it's more so including African Americans in things. Because a lot of these policies and procedures that they are putting in don't include black people. It don't include the day-to-day that a black person goes through. A lot of these policies.
Not for real.
Now, granted, they have checks and balances. They have checks and balances. So it's like to even go back to the point of Barack Obama. If he would have came out and said, okay, I want to do X, Y, and Z, in order to pass that bill, I have to go through checks and balances. 90% of the time. They was more enforceful of the checks and balances when Obama was in than now that Trump's in. Because 50% of the House, if not more, is Republican. So either way, he wins. So when you go to check the balances, he's winning automatically. He's winning by a landslide. As opposed to Obama, who is a black man, who everybody expected to do shit for the black community, wasn't allowed to.
What's your top 3, Crissy?
I would say healthcare, wages. And like I agree with what Ross said about the diversity and including us into like the black community into all their decisions, because I do feel like most of the time, and this is no disrespect to anybody or whatever y'all believe in or anything like that, or what your preference is, but I feel like the country caters more to the LGBT community. And I personally believe
she's trying to get us canceled.
I'm really not. I'm really not. I feel like I'm really not. No,
you sound relaxed. You gotta get us the fuck out here.
No, I'm serious. Like, just really let me just explain, because I'm really not trying to disrespect nobody's, 100%. Preference or anything like that. I have no problem with them. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like
for unity.
I do feel like if y'all gonna talk about unity, right? You're gonna talk about unity and diversity and all this, that, and the third. How come the black community? Sorry, I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied. The black community is basically put to the back burner. Y'all cater more to the Caucasians and the high class people and the LGBT community. Like,
you realize we live in America, right?
Yes, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, like, that should be something that should be talked about. We're not being put on the forefront here. And things supposed to be equal. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like the only people that are getting equality is the ones I just stated, like, except for the black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not getting the equality. Y'all sitting here, y'all catering to everybody else but us. What do we really get? We don't get nothing.
Can I mention something before you go, Indy? Before you, I think it falls back on us. I think that we have inconsistencies within our community. We are inconsistent. Therefore, we have a time span. Meaning, Black Lives Matter happened, right? Mm-hmm. When the last time you posted Black Lives Matter?
I never did.
Just overall. When last time you seen somebody post Black Lives Matter?
I have no idea.
We don't see it, right? So we come out and we start. We start. We're gonna do it. Oh shit, Chick-fil-A. Like you start marching and you see food and I'm sorry. You start marching, then you see Chick-fil-A and now the fucking march is over. They got the best chicken in the world. You get me? So like it's although some people are still talking about it, they have
chicken.
You get the you get me? So you see that and it's like the media have a way of swaying like it's our emotions. They go from one thing to the next. We have Black Lives Matter and immediately they just smack us with LGBT community marches and things like that. You know, and then we just totally forget about this thing that we had going on. Because there's a lot of black people who is a part of that community also. So now they fighting both fights. You know? So how I feel is we gotta be more consistent. We gotta make people respect us. We gotta stop feeding into the bullshit and be like, okay, well fuck Chick-fil-A if y'all not supporting us.
Yeah, and
fuck these people. You need to hit people where it hurt the most and stop and just stop bullshitting. Hit these motherfuckers in their pockets. We don't fuck with you. We not coming to your grocery chain. We not investing in your company because we're gonna invest in this black company that's coming up. But because we don't own shit, we just trying to figure this shit out.
Say one more
but
thing
we gotta
too.
be more consistent as a people, as a whole. Before people can start taking us serious, we gotta take our fucking selves serious.
Right.
And we're waking up now, and I'm happy to see that there's a lot of people that's waking up and taking ourselves serious.
Right.
You know, taking our people serious and taking our things. Shout out to Killer Mike for coming up with Trigger Warning and really challenging himself to be more pro-black, you know, and buy into black businesses. So that's how I feel about it. We got to be more consistent as a people.
Yeah, we do need to be more consistent.
What's your three, D? What's your three?
Before he say, I'm sorry, D, because I know you about to go in and
I'm really not.
I'm not. I'm trying.
But I just want to say one more thing too. It's like even with like Black History Month. Where's our parades for the whole month? Where's our big celebrations?
It's our fault.
Where's our big celebrations?
It's our fault.
We don't have big celebrations for our Black History Month. It's cold. Don't nobody want to be outside.
We don't fund it.
You know what I'm saying? Why we got 1 month that nobody really celebrates?
I'm gonna say this.
The way that we should.
I'm gonna say why like this. You know why? Wanna know why? Because we're inconsistent. And listen. We gotta stop allowing people to dictate what's going on in our community. We gotta own that shit. Wanna know why? Because when you go down to the Ironbound section, motherfuckers ain't funding that. That's them doing their own shit. It rocks out for 2 hours and they done. They own that shit. We need to own our shit. You know what I mean? We need to own that shit. When we haven't, remember when we had a thing called the block party? We don't even do that shit no more. We don't even own that shit no more. If you do see a block party, that shit done on a block this big. You get me? We don't even own that shit.
Party used to be the whole
we as a people need to come together and do that shit. You get me? When we start to do shit and to draw income, revenue for companies. For instance, you go on Springfield Avenue. All those businesses are failing. How about we do a fucking parade on Springfield Avenue? I don't know why. Because if you want Springfield Avenue and you're doing a parade, that store, that corner store that black man own, gonna get business because these people walking, these people tired, these people hot. We gotta learn to create revenue. We got to. They're not gonna believe in us if we first don't believe in ourselves. Right. That shit is major.
Right.
We need to focus on self first and then add motherfuckers in it. Diversity and inclusion.
You're right.
Give us some people in that office. We start to figure this shit out, and then add us in it.
You're right.
But until then, we need to hit the floor running. We gotta stop blaming other people for our shit. It's time for us to step up. Period.
All right, D. What's your top 3?
What's your 3, Chief?
For me? No, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, it's like, you know, like I said before, like healthcare, wages, and probably gun control. That's about it. To be honest with you.
Makes sense, man.
Yeah, I do know, because I keep hearing people, you know, whenever we're talking, I hate to be that guy. I gotta come here and be that guy. What's the difference between, do you know the difference between the Republicans and Democrats?
There's no big difference. There's one fucking party.
No, but like from what's the name? Like, yeah, I know the difference, like, between the two.
I used to.
I remember before Kanye was trying to tell people, like, yo, just because you're black, you don't have to be a Democrat.
A Democrat, yeah.
It's more your view.
Yeah.
It's more of your outlook. So it's like however you view this, whatever you call life.
I think it's policies. I believe it's policies. It's a difference in policies and accountability.
Exactly.
You know, like, I think when I'm not gonna get into it. I think it's a difference between policies and accountability. I think that's what makes those two a little bit different. You know, and sometimes at times I do feel like I'm not gonna say I do different, but yeah.
I ain't gonna say that either.
Say it.
Yeah, but
Say it. I really want to hear what you have to say.
I think sometimes
Think about how you trying to say it.
Nah, I'm trying to think, because I know I don't want to, rub anybody the wrong way.
Actually,
so I definitely will. I vote Democrat all the time. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like, Democratic Party cripples our people.
I believe so.
I think they have a huge. I think it's a huge reason why our people don't progress in anything.
They weaponize emotion.
Yeah, they weaponize emotions, and then they cater to shit that we don't need. Like, as far as, like, us going out there to get on our own, we're not gonna go get on our own when you got government assistance so prevalent in the community.
That's true.
Because I got employees, right? I got employees that work for me, and the first thing is once they start working, first thing, here they come, giving you this paper, stating that they work and stuff like that, and once you fill out that paper, these people don't want to work over a certain amount of hours because
it's going to
mess up whatever type of thing they going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. When I look at it, I'm like, I hate seeing shit like that. But it's like, whatever your hustle is, and if you feel like you're getting by, people just want to just get by. People don't think 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. People just want to get by. And we're trained that way.
I'm about to say that.
You know what I'm saying? We're trained that way, but we just gotta break that mold. And I think that's what Kanye was trying to do, is challenge him. I think I think what he was trying to do, and he's probably the fucking most terrible person to do it, but I think he was.
So I don't think he was a terrible person to do it. And it's the way he did it.
I think he was trying to break the thinking.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
I think that was what it was. He was trying to break the thinking and have people challenge their thinking and challenge why they vote for a particular party, and challenge why they actually vote.
That's it. He just didn't execute it.
Nah, he didn't do it good.
I don't think he was armed with that much information. And like I said, I'm not armed with that much information. I'm just a fucking, I come up here and I just, just talk about certain shit, and shit that I hear and shit that I read sometimes. I don't have, you get what I'm saying? I'm not well versed on politics and any of this shit we come up here and talk about.
That's real, because I feel like in the black community, there's only a few things that's passed down, and that's welfare. Welfare is one thing that's passed down in the community. Like I had a kid, and one of the first things that people were saying was, "Oh yeah, you can go grab welfare, and it's easier. It's easier. You don't gotta pay. And it's like, yeah, cool. I could do that. I could, but then that handicaps me. That crutches me. You get me? That's the only thing I have ever seen. That in housing. Housing was supposed to be originally a stepping stone. Supposed to be you stay here until you can go here. And they turned that shit into generations. I know people that got the same apartment and all their family don't live in this shit.
But it's because another thing is because, like I said, when it comes down to housing, what happens is, like you said, it's supposed to be a stepping stone. So it's supposed to be a place where you rehabilitate. When you go there, so you get your
mindset,
get your mindset, or get some money. Most importantly, get your money right, and then you move on to bigger and better things. But what happens now is between America, everything's capitalist country. Everybody wants to make money. So what housing authority do? They increase the rent. So now you're paying the same competitive rent as people that would live in something else pay. Yeah. If you working, oh my goodness, if you working and you got somebody else in the house working, they combine their income, they go up on your rent.
15.
You know what I'm saying? So you paying 15 now. You're like, I can be living somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? Get paid 15 and not living in a place where you can't. When you tell me I can't hang up shit on the wall. You get me? So it's almost like how can you save? Once again, it goes back to wages. How can I save money when my rent is sky high and I'm not making that much money? Period.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost. Like I said, it's a system designed for you to almost fail.
The one thing the one thing I can definitely say about like where I work, they do like cost of living is something that's implemented into the contracts that they do when they talk about like our raises and stuff like that as far as the union and the company.
And that's another thing too. The union fucks up a lot of shit for a lot of people.
It depends on the union though. I feel like my union that we have is pretty good. Of course, I'm not gonna say they're perfect, you know what I'm saying, but for the most part, I agree with the contract that they have right now. So that's why I'm gonna say I agree with the contract they have right now. Because every year when cost of living goes up, I do get a raise. So that right there, I can say that it does help out a lot because just like he said, there's two people living in an apartment and they see that you guys, both working, they do combine it and your rent does go up. Like my rent went up tremendously, over like $200 from when I moved here, and I only been here, this is my third year, So it does make me feel like that. Like I don't even want to live here no more because my rent just keep going up and up because they built a clubhouse. I don't care about that clubhouse. Like it pissed me off because I don't care that your taxes went up. Now you putting me in a hole because I got to come up with an extra $200 from when I initially moved in. And how am I saving money now? I can't even save money like that like I used to. Yeah, I get a little raise, but is it the best? Is it like $1,000 extra a year? No. That would be great, It'll help out a little bit, ain't much, but it'll help something. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to say that. That's all.
Before we get into, I was working with a guy. He works for this company. He's all about like saving. He's all about money, right? Working for this particular company, he's all about money. And I'm like, damn, we got another person that's focused on making somebody else money instead of making themselves money. But the actual play is he's doing everything to benefit himself. Right. He said he gets I think it was $37,000 bonus a year just for meeting a certain goal. I'm like, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. But I think, like, y'all mentioned a great point about diversity and inclusion, right? Y'all want to speak about that Jay-Z deal that he did with the NFL?
Yeah,
I know you well versed the NFL man right there.
Not really NFL. I'm fairly new to the NFL, like far as really getting into it a little bit. But I feel like it was a good move. It was a good move. But I feel like at first, before I was knowledgeable exactly what it entailed, I didn't see how different it was than the Travis Scott situation. You know, because Kaepernick wasn't involved. So first thing I said was, how was this different from Travis Scott?
Did he reach out to Colin Kaepernick?
No, he did not.
He didn't reach out to him?
He didn't reach out to Kaepernick. Kaepernick knew nothing about it.
He said it?
Somebody close to Kaepernick actually came out and said it.
All right, so that's not...
If I'm not mistaken, it probably was the same person that actually said Travis Scott number.
Well, that's his wife. That's it. But Travis Scott lied and said that Travis Scott reached out. Jay-Z didn't lie and said Jay-Z reached out.
It's still in the same breath, though.
The thing is, Travis Scott performance can move shit. He's in direct connection to move shit. It's a partnership.
That's what I mean. So
Travis Scott was a performer.
So my thing is this.
Didn't move anything.
So my
partnership, you can move a lot of shit.
That's what I'm saying. But at first, when you first hear about it, it was nothing but backlash. Like, okay, well, how is he not involved, and how are you doing a deal?
Yeah.
How is he in, like that? That's why the deal is happening, because of him, because of his initiation, because he decided to kneel during the national anthem. So that's how we get to this whole. Now we fast forward 2019. Now we hear with Roc Nation going into the NFL partnership and possibly owning half of a team.
I think it's bigger than that. I think it's a part of the league.
100%. Yeah, it is. It's actually not
shit to do with the team.
I think it's
the league in front office,
and which is cool, and I respect that 100% because I think sometimes you need somebody to take to go out on a limb, to go out on a limb and be hated for a brief second until all the actual information come out.
Right.
Then you're like, oh shit, we do love him. We love him. Yeah. You know what I mean? But somebody need to go in there and be in that office with them, with the inclusion part, diversity. Add that black man in there, and now. Include him into those conversations. Until whenever there's a protest that needs to happen.
You don't think that they will include him ever?
Yes, he's not one to sit back and
Jay?
Yeah, and not speak.
Yeah,
he's not that person.
I think Colin's not included now, but Colin will be included.
That's what I'm saying.
Along the line.
But then again, we also got to think about he just had a little. He just had a lawsuit against the NFL
that he won. So technically, I don't know if legally he can't do a deal with the NFL. I don't know how that works. You get what I'm saying? So we also got to take into play of that and not just take what people give us and say he's not. He just had a lawsuit.
Yeah.
It's a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? You sue Walmart and you want to try to come back and work with them? Come on, I'm sure it has something to do with that too. You know what I'm saying? But you know how that relationship came about with Roger Goodell and Jay-Z?
How did it?
It came about through Robert Kraft, which is weird because I think Robert Kraft thing came about from Meek Mill. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like a chain of certain things. So it shows you how one topic can connect certain people and connect this person with that. But
right.
Meek Mill and Robert Kraft is hanging around a lot. Shout out to the Patriots. Meek Mill and Robert Kraft is hanging out a lot, and he was supposedly, helping Meek Mill with his case and, doing all this stuff like that. And, Jay-Z is with Meek Mill as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z still behind him and they fought for the same thing. So Jay-Z and Robert Kraft had a meeting. And once they got to know each other and stuff like that, Robert Kraft thought it would be a good, I guess from all the stuff that Jay-Z was trying to implement or wanted to do, I guess Robert Kraft thought it would be a great deal for them to meet with, Roger Goodell. So he arranged the meeting for them too. And, they had a meeting and, fast forward, we got this partnership. So,
Like I said, it's a start.
We just gotta wait to see what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Wait to see what's going to happen.
It's a start. It's the initiation. So they are taking initiative to say, okay, well, at least that lets me know that they are aware that it is an issue.
Yeah.
There is an issue.
And at least Jay-Z is using his platform to do something about it.
And he's been always.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know a lot of people are out there trolling him for this situation, but you got to kind of look at the glass halfway full instead of halfway empty, Kind of look at it on the bright side, like he is trying,
Yeah, he hasn't missed yet. Jay-Z has.
I think he has a plan. And I think, like you said, I think like you said, just to piggyback off of that a little bit, with Colin Kaepernick, because he do have some legal issues and stuff going on with the NFL. Maybe that is a reason why he wasn't implemented into the deal that that was made.
And I think, to be honest with you, I don't think that he gives a fuck about a deal. Because he, even about the money, he don't give a fuck about that. It's about the cause and what he was kneeling for.
Right.
That's what matters. And people get confused by that shit.
Right.
It's like the purpose of something, not the fuck that he, come on, man.
Right.
It's not about that.
Yeah, but I have a feeling Jay-Z is definitely going to do the right thing here. So I think people need to, chill with the trolling.
He's such a fucking...
He's going to do what he got to do.
He's such a G. Colin Kaepernick, he probably wasn't included in the deal, whatever the case may be. But I believe those talks are happening.
Right.
I think Jay is talking to Colin Kaepernick.
Of course.
He mentioned him in raps a bunch of times and bigged him up and stuff like that. You don't think Jay-Z talking to Cap? But since he's talking to Cap, it's like almost... I give you an example.
They probably had this conversation a long time ago.
The Spook That Sat by the Door. Y'all ever heard of that book?
The what?
The movie? The Spook That Sat by the Door?
No.
It was about a black guy who joined the CIA and used the knowledge and teachings and shit like that and gave it down to the people that, lived in his community and they infiltrated the government. It's almost like the same shit. It's like, my nigga, we inside now. Cool. All these shit that these niggas saying, I'm going to bring it back to you. We come up with a plan, we work this shit. It's the same shit.
It's an NBA.
It's the same shit, bro. It's the same shit.
It's capitalist work. You got to learn to capitalize.
And of course I'm not going to let you know I'm talking to Kaepernick. Yeah, that's how to do. Come on.
Exactly.
Jay-Z. That nigga Jay-Z lost 100 bricks. That nigga Jay-Z ain't about to talk. Come on, man. Nigga talking with Kaepernick, bro.
He has a point.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Man. Watch your mouth, man. Don't be out here putting shit out there like that.
Kaepernick is involved. Some type of way. He's involved. You feel what I'm saying? Some type of way that nigga's involved.
Yeah, so... I know the last show, not to cut this conversation off, but I know the last show that we had, we did mention a top list for...
let's talk about sex first.
Sex?
Yeah.
What?
Sex released the album. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about that?
This guy wild.
Sex released the album.
Who's Sex?
Young Thug.
What's his name?
What you call him Sex now?
This shit don't fit well at all.
No, but you can't just come out and be like, let's talk about sex. Like, what? You know what he did just now. You know what he did just now. Don't say...
Nigga put out a great album. We need to talk about it. I'm sure she don't listen to it. That's what she don't know. You listen to her, Rob. Yo, can we give a breakdown? Can we give a breakdown?
So we're not going. I feel like with this album,
that flows directly into the list.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And
so
the placements I'm gonna put
this is exactly
flows directly into that.
So I'm not gonna do track by track with this.
No.
I'm gonna break this album down. For one, this album didn't sound like a Thugger album to me. This album sound forced. This album sound like it was pressured. I'm sorry, but Barter 6 was Barter 5? No, Barter 6. Barter 5. Barter 5 came out. It was no expectations. He dropped this shit, and shit was fire. Nothing but flames. Then he did another album after that, right? The Dress shit, right?
I
forgot the name of it. Shit, fire. No expectations. Then you have Trippie Redd come out. Then you have Uzi come out. Then you have all these acts come out and putting out fire.
It wasn't Barter 6. I apologize.
Barter 6. All the people come out fire. You'll be fucking lying if you say it was no pressure on this album. The world would be lying if there wasn't pressure on this album. That nigga been making music consistent. We've been sitting on Instagram making music consistently. And he dropped, a 22 track album? Right? 22 tracks, right?
Yeah.
22 tracks. Where the rest of the fucking music at?
What do you mean?
The rest of the fucking music at, bruh? You can keep... Him and Chance rapping the same boat right now because you could have kept that shit.
Yeah, your month. That's a great album.
You could have kept that shit. That nigga capping. That nigga capping because he know Thugger play. That nigga capping. That nigga is capping right now. Shit was garbage.
Listen.
That shit was garbage, bro. That shit was pressure and I felt it.
It was definitely pressure. And I'll tell you what. It was definitely pressure.
He letting these niggas slide.
Yo, the funny thing is, my introduction to Thug my introduction to artists be so funny. My introduction to Thug was through Childish Gambino. Right? That was my introduction. He was like, yo, like it's this artist or whatever. He's from Atlanta, blah blah blah, this and that. And he went on. I remember he went on Power 106, I believe, to the LA Leaguers, a bunch of clown niggas. And he went up there and he was like, yo, I gotta play this song. Let me play this song right quick. Blah blah blah, this and that. So I think they had a segment where you play music, or like pass the aux or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And he played it. And as he was playing it, he played damn, what was the shit? Danny Glover. He played the song Danny Glover, right? So as the song is playing, the dude ain't really fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? The nigga from LA Leaguers ain't really fucking with it, right? So he's like, But right after that, Thug blows up. Kanye starts fucking with him. After Kanye was dancing, they seen Kanye spotted it dancing in the club with him and shit like that. So the song jumps up to the top. Corny ass niggas from LA Leaguers. Oh yeah, Young Thug, blah blah blah, this and that. Like y'all some cornball niggas. Y'all could have got ahead of that, right? It's some cornball niggas. But anyway, that's on to a different subject. So my whole thing with Thug, like after Thug released music, they say Thug was like, Thug does what he wants. He was showing up late to shows, canceling shows, on some Lauryn Hill shit. You feel what I'm saying? So he just got the perception that he was lazy. Then he started working with Leo Cohen. He signed the 300, and Leo was telling him like, yo, like Thug was like, I want 10 #1 songs this summer. Nigga said you can, but you got to go back to your songs and finish your songs. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to finish your shit. That nigga said ain't finishing shit. That's the way it is. That nigga said I'm gonna do my songs, and when I finish, my shit is put out. I feel like with this album is a bit different. I feel like with this album, bro, shit was way more polished. I feel like he went back and he done a couple of lines before. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not mixed. Some of the songs are not mixed well, so you can obviously tell that that he, when he punch in and punch out. But I think he delivered with this album. It was a perception that Thug was lazy or whatever, but like on this album, it was a really good album. Like it was really good. The first song was excellent. Like it's a great intro for Thug. She was slowed down a little bit. It was a little bit different than what he usually do with that beat. Was so melodic. The second song comes in. The second song comes in. I don't like anybody with Future. I'm starting to realize that now. I don't like Thug with Future, bro.
I don't like Future with anybody.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like Future with nobody, bro. Nobody sounds good with Future.
He's a forced feature. He's a forced feature.
Nobody
it's like literally no. He's a clickbait feature. Automatically, you put that shit.
He doesn't hold weight like that. No, that's what I'm saying.
You driving down the hood, motherfucker still bumping Future. Yeah. Motherfucker still bumping Future. So if you want a quick play, you put Future on the track. He's a Lil Wayne. He's a quick he's a quick hook. And make you be like, alright, cool. All right,
yeah, but niggas.
I think 56 Nights crazy. I think that's some Wayne shit. You get me? Like it's Wayne style. Like I said, he's a Wayne feature now. That's how I feel.
Yeah, he is kind of like a Wayne feature.
But niggas tried to sell me on that Drake and his album. That
shit was boo-loo.
That shit was terrible.
Especially
what these niggas was talking about.
That shit's called Jersey or some shit like that. What the fuck? That had nothing to do with New Jersey.
I need some really big rings. I need a really big team. I need a really nice thing. Like, come on, bro. Like
I didn't like that.
That nursery rhyme rap shit.
I did not like that.
Jingles 2000, bro. That's not our fault. Ain't no nursery rhyme. It's Jingle 2000 now.
Bro, that's the thing.
Fuck, I need Jingle 2000 out here.
It's like, but I hate. I never liked the nigga with Future, bro. Never.
I don't like Future with Future.
But I like Future.
Bro, I like
doo-doo,
baby.
Nah, bro, I like Future.
What you talking about?
I like Future with Future. Future makes really good music. He makes good music, bro.
He don't.
I like when he gets into his R&B singing bag. He makes good music. You know what I'm saying?
R&B singing with all the auto-tune?
Hey, man. Whatever it is, the style of music. I like when he do that shit, but I don't like him with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But then I started to think of whatever. Right after that song, I think the song with him and Gunna come on. I'm like, damn. Like, Thug really bossed up. Like, do he really care about music no more? Like, I don't even think he cares about music.
To me personally, he bossed up on a Gunna track.
Nah, but Gunna's his artist.
That's what I mean. I felt like he when it
like,
comes.
I'm like,
because
damn.
I think.
Then he got Lil Key. Then you got Lil Got It. Like,
I think he feel like Gunna is an actual is competition for him.
I don't think so.
I think Gunna is. I think Gunna. I'm listening, and I'm like, yeah, to Thug. Now, granted,
like all these niggas are Thug babies, bro. Like, come on.
All these niggas is Wayne babies. First, we gotta start there. We gotta start there. We gotta start with Grandpa before we go down to the father. You get me? We gotta give credit where credit is due. Wayne came out with this with that melodic flow, with that testy ass water when he was testing the water that Baby allowed him to test. You get me? Then that birthed Future, that birthed Trippie Redd, that birthed all these people, that birthed these niggas. You get me? Thugger was the biggest fan of Wayne before he realized Wayne don't really fuck with people. Mm-hmm. Wayne disrespected him, and that's where the beef came from. Baby went up to Wayne, I need this. Oh, my man wanna who? That nigga sound like me. I'm not fucking with him.
But the thing is, those are two different types of beef, though. That's why That's why Thug, Homeboy, and Joe doing life now because that's allegedly.
Nah, that's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah. Because we niggas know what Thug. That's another thing too. When Thug was wearing dresses and shit like that, I'm like, yo, this nigga faking, bro. He really not like that. He really ain't no gay nigga. He's just faking. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's just trolling just to get that. And I think he was one of the ones that first used that.
And then,
that trolling thing. Then I think, of course, Uzi used it. Then I think Tyler used it. And I think this other nigga, Lil Nas X, is using it.
But Tyler not like that? You don't think Tyler?
Well, we do. Yeah, I think a lot of times it's clickbait, but a lot of times too. Some people come out and leave it as a playing thing, but that's really what they do behind the doors.
I think Lil Nas.
But I don't think, I think Nas is.
I think he.
I don't think.
You think who?
I think
Lil
Nas.
What do you mean? No, Lil Nas. Nigga, don't say
no. My bad. Lil Nas XX, whatever his name is.
Over there.
I think Lil Nas is. I think.
I think beats on him, man.
I think Tyler has fun. Tyler had fun. I think Tyler is. Because I think Tyler. excuse me. Tyler is a different type of person. He's not your average artist. He's not your average artist personality. Mm-hmm. He's not anything average about him. I feel like Tyler is one of those people that's willing to say and do whatever and just have fun with this shit.
Yeah, because
he's willing to go on. He's willing to go on Hot 97, Funk Flex, and do a fucking a freestyle and make Flex uncomfortable. And then Flex is like,
yeah.
She got awkward as hell for him.
You know that because you follow Tyler. You know about Tyler way before. These niggas that just don't know about Tyler now, oh, no, he's not trolling, it's disgusting, blah, blah, blah. It's not disgusting. You get what I'm saying? Like, Tyler, yo.
Eating roaches on his fucking, a real one. That shit was real.
You know what I'm saying?
He really threw up and kept rapping.
He was very controversial, but he had to slow it down. He was controversial a lot, but he had to, if you look at the old artwork, they got the upside down crosses on on the nun face and shit, like, he was very controversial. Very controversial, but he had to tone it down a lot because he couldn't go to UK. He just was allowed to go to UK recently, but he couldn't go to the UK because of certain shit. Like he's that type of nigga. Like he just didn't give a fuck, but he had to turn it down. He didn't give a fuck at all. He was some other type of nigga. Like
other nigga.
He was. But what was he talking? Oh, with the Thug shit. Yeah, I mean, Thug. They gonna take it. They street niggas. Versus Wayne in the street nigga. So when y'all got beef, whatever the case may be, niggas gonna shoot up your tour bus.
Why Lil Wayne act like he is though?
Well, you gonna act, but I think, like I said, Gunna's an artist of him. Then you got Lil God and Lil Key. Them niggas are bubbling, and they both signed to what's the name too. It's like yo, Thug really on his bullshit, bro. Hey, man. Like Thug is really like that's what I'm gonna think about him more. Like
I wasn't feeling this shit. Like I wasn't. I felt pressure on it. And I heard it through everything. I heard it through everything. Because like I said, like with Thugger was about just, like he said, he didn't care. I'm not finishing this song. And I think that's what made him him.
No.
I think that's what made him.
The record show for that. I guarantee you, and mark my words, this will be his number one selling album. To date, this will be his number one selling album
because of what?
Because it's finished, it's polished.
But I don't think so. I think it's going to be his number one album because we have been anticipating this drop. We needed this.
No, not this.
We needed this.
Bro, we talking about you needed iTunes that he's been promoting for the past 30 years.
But we needed this. We needed another body of work. We get a body of work from Thugger almost every 2 years. Yeah. We need another body of work.
We just had a body of work from Thugger. What was it last year?
What was the name of it?
Last year it was Slimy, Super Slimy. Him in Future.
That shit was garbage.
Then before that, he had another album, and that's when he had the Wyclef Future. He named all the tracks after people he admired.
That was the dress.
That was when he had the dress on.
The dress. So that was fire. Yeah. But that last shit was garbage. He could have kept that shit. He was on 3 songs. Everybody else was on other songs. Like, that shit was garbage, bro.
Which one?
That last one, the slime, whatever, season. Whatever.
Slime
What was it that you just said? The other shit?
Super Slimy?
Super Slimy.
Yeah,
that shit was boot and loop. He could have kept that shit. He had to come back and hit with something. He had to.
But that was it. He had another compilation out with his artists, but then this album was just him and Future.
That shit was booty. That shit, him and Pluto. That shit was booty. Yeah. That shit, he could have kept that
shit. I'm gonna go and listen to this album because I don't even listen to Young Thug.
Thug is nice.
Yeah, I don't listen to him.
And he was actually, Thug actually raps. And the thing is, like Ross said, before Thug you couldn't hear what the fuck Thug was saying. You can actually hear now when niggas was telling y'all niggas that Thug is spitting. You can actually hear it now. It's audible. You can actually hear what he's saying.
So he's speaking more clear now.
He's speaking more clear.
That's what makes shit even worse.
No, it's not. And his cadence,
crazy, yo.
I want to hear that shit from him.
He has some of the best flows in the game. He probably has the best flow in the game.
His flows do be on point though. I ain't gonna lie.
He probably has the best.
Flow-wise, he does.
Because he harmonized.
And I'm gonna say, I know it's a little off topic, but that's the reason why I like Nicki Minaj, because her flow. She got a good flow. Same thing with Fat Trell. I like the way Fat Trell flow.
I don't like it.
You don't like him? Even Schoolboy Q. I like the way he flow. You know what I'm saying?
Rap too though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, these are rappers, but I like their flow as well. Mm-hmm. They have bars, hands down. They have bars.
So get this nigga album. Let's get this nigga album off my tongue, cuz.
Yeah, what's your rating?
What you rating this shit? I'll go first. Don't worry about it. 4.
You ready to what?
Wait.
4.
I give it a
4.
I give it a 7.8 or 8. I give it an 8. Strong 8.
You gave Ross a 6?
I gave Ross
get this nigga the fuck off this podcast, bro.
I gave Ross.
Get this nigga the fuck. Nah, your man's wow.
Nah, because look, what I base it off of, the thing is, no, because
you don't make your ass. No.
Because look,
explain this bullshit.
I don't rate artists off of other artists' success. I rate artists versus a past. This is the best album I've ever heard from Thug. It was complete. It was cohesive. You can actually hear every word he's saying. He's rapping. He gives you the one R&B stuff. There's only one song I didn't like on this album. Rick Ross. When I listen to Rick Ross album and I go back and listen to Teflon Don, which I let you listen to in the car, it was bang after banger.
But you just said that you don't rate him off the past.
No, I don't rate artists off of another artist's success, but I can only rate them off of their past work. I rate them
So what did you rate Ross on then?
Who, me? I rated Ross off his past work, Teflon Don. That's a classic.
So you're trying to tell me compared to Barter 6, compared to
you missing the point. I don't, like I said, I don't rate artists compared to other people's success. Young Thug, I'm only going to compare to Young Thug.
That's fine.
Rick Ross, I'm only going to compare to Rick Ross.
Mm-hmm.
This is the greatest.
My question is this: this shit is better than Barter 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's skippable track. Barter 6 is. I don't think it was linked.
We rocked that whole shit.
Yo.
You arguably said that was better than every fucking Wayne album that you have ever heard. I remember it, nigga, because you told me we was at the hookah lounge. You rocked that every time I got in your car. You rocked that shit on purpose. You said that shit was better than.
I rocked 2 songs off of it.
I can play at least 4 songs. You know, off top.
Watch his head start.
Off top.
Listen, but look, but look, that has nothing to do with Ross though. That has nothing to do with Ross. Ross, if I'm listening to Teflon Don, I'm listening to Port of Miami 1, which I didn't like. I'm listening to what's the rest of his album? Mastermind and what's his other? Somebody help me out. Yeah, right.
Don't ask me. You know I don't know Rick Ross.
But when I listen to his other albums, that's not Ross' best album. By far, it's not Ross.
No, nobody was saying it's his best. You said Thugger's best album.
I'm talking about. But I'm saying, but you're asking about the rating. I gave him a rating according to his past work that I heard from him. So that's what I'm giving him.
And you gave Thugger a 8 over with that.
Yeah.
Over check. Over halftime. Amazing. Number. What?
Yeah. It's not cohesive, bro. It's not cohesive.
Stop playing me, D.
It's one song. It's not cohesive.
Then they got Captain Cap 2 times in a row on one episode. Your boy, he getting exposed.
Yeah.
He getting exposed.
Yeah.
Crissy got her bag on her. Crissy filled up that bag. Fill that bag up.
That bag up.
You get me?
That's why, back to the list. I'm putting Thug in my top 30. I'm putting Thug in my top 20.
What is your top 20?
Actually, no. I'm probably putting Thug in my top 10. If it comes down to current artists on hand, Thug is in my top 10.
Yeah. Fuck current. Let's get to it. Give us your top 5.
What do you mean?
Give us your top 5. Current right now. Top 5.
My top 5. Probably looking at the list. My top 5 current. Probably it's the same thing. Like probably since Nas isn't that current. I mean, because he
just put out
he put 2 albums out in the past. Yeah. I got Nas J, Kanye, Kendrick. It's probably Cole. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah.
Keep rocking. Come on, keep rocking.
That's the easy thing. But
no order, just rocking it.
Just rocking it.
Okay.
Then I probably got if we keep going, we
add 5 more.
It's current. 5 more. And I probably put Nipsey in there because the catalog. Mm-hmm. Like Nipsey music is time. Like Nipsey he got an ear like Rick Ross. Like Rick Ross never have a bad instrumental. Mm-hmm. Nipsey never had a bad instrumental. And his rap, I kid you not even saying this because he passed, but every song that Nipsey has been on since he released, since his I can't even say the word. Posthumous. That's the word. It's like after death. But everything it's just gotten better and better. That Khaled verse I heard, that was good. That Ross verse I heard after that was good too. So
but
it
feels like Nipsey was in a bag before his passing. You get me? Because I feel I feel like Victory Lap on those tracks. Like I feel like he was in that mindset on those tracks.
That's how I feel like because he always the message has always been the same in his music.
Of course,
but I want to have a Nipsey deep dive, but the message has always been the same in his music, right? But you can see the beat selection got better. Mm-hmm. The wittiness. The
wordplay, yeah, exactly. The wordplay was crazy.
Like he got comfortable. Like this is my shit.
I said that Victory Lap shit is carried.
Yeah,
I feel like shit in those features.
You could almost see like the end of like the Slauson Boy when the Slauson Boy mixtape came out. It's like
him, Mozzie.
Right. You get what I'm saying? Like you feel like when Slauson Boy, you're like, this is the shit. Like this is about the. Then he came with Victory Lap. You get what I'm saying?
And that shit just.
And I know he's the type of person, he ain't got no unreleased music, I'm sure. Probably shit that was in the past, but it wasn't like nothing he was working on.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the kind of most that's the terrible part, but then it's the most beautiful part too at the end of the day because you can only rate them off of this and you won't hear no bullshit.
Right.
Like, I heard bullshit Michael Jackson songs. Like just recently, like shit coming, a couple years after his death, it's like, come on, bro, like don't put you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna hear no bullshit Nipsey songs come out. I think that was that.
And I think it's disrespectful
I feel like it's
bullshit. It wasn't bullshit.
Yeah, nah. I feel like he's the type of artist, like if he go through some shit, like the last with the what do you call it? With that Rick Ross song, he had mentioned something that had went on within that time frame. I forget what it was that he was into. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I wish I could hit. But it was something that he had went on in that time period. So I think he's the type of person like Jay. Like Jay speak about that's why I think artists like that got longevity because they speak about shit that they experience in their life on a basis.
So when you do your top, what are you basing off of? Lyrically or like the message or is it their flow? Like what do you?
Of course, the substance, content. I like voice. I like how people people presence on the track, and I think the voice plays a big part of that. Like you can obviously tell like Danny Brown verse from. You get what I'm saying? Like from anybody else's verse on there. A lot of these artists now, like they sound similar, but you can tell certain people's verses. I think voice has a lot to do with that.
Right.
So I do content, substance, voice, cadence, wittiness on the track, discography. They pass music. Like, you know what I'm saying? They pass music. They got a great body of work. So,
question. As opposed to doing the top, your top 5, top 10,
yeah.
How about some motherfuckers that's definitely not making it? How about that first? How about we X motherfuckers out first, then we get straight into it?
Yeah.
How about we get straight into it? My man YG is fire, but he's not on my top 3.
Let me take the board then.
It's not happening. We also got to, the boy got the names on it because we had to write this shit down.
You got a board.
That shit is not easy.
It's a lot of names up there.
Yeah, it might look like scribble.
Shout out to Crissy for doing all
the
artwork.
I wrote it down on paper.
Even though she don't listen to no rap.
So YG, 100%, he's not making top 30. He's probably not making top 50 either. So we don't gotta say that.
You take Kevin Gates off.
We can take
Kevin Gates got substance, but
take Ja Rule.
No.
Nah, I don't think we can do that. No.
We talking about now though, right?
No top 50.
But I thought we talking about for right now.
And he's probably top 30.
Ja Rule is top.
Okay, well, excuse me. I thought you were talking about right now.
How about we not even do it now? We just do
in general.
We just do from.
What about Kodak?
Let's do from 90, 98 on up. Oh no, actually let's do from the 90s on up.
90s until today.
Yeah.
All right. What about Kodak? Kodak
going.
Kodak.
Right here.
Keep going.
Right here.
He was more controversial than anything else.
Right here.
Kodak
was more controversial than anything else.
The reason why I can't say Kodak is gone because Kodak have. I guess you get the reason.
Yeah, you think about it. Like I said, most of this shit was controversial. But I think it was always something.
Anyway.
It was always something tapered to him.
Blueface is
fucking gone. Yeah, for sure.
Blueface.
That's a no. How? Who else we got?
Will Smith is gone.
No, hell no. Okay. You niggas got on my ass about Will Smith.
Alright, Lil
and you
Romeo.
talking about erasing him?
Lil Romeo.
Lil Romeo had one hit song. He gotta go.
Lil Romeo's gone.
He gotta go. He has to go.
Chingy is gone.
100%.
Bye, Chingy. Bye.
Although he got some hits, but he never was consistent.
You do that right there.
Oh shit.
Chingy is gone.
Make it look like I got something, so I ain't got shit. It's all good.
Queen Latifah.
Hell, she's fire.
What about?
She might make like 30, depending on how shit fall.
What about Lloyd Banks?
Oh, Banks making it. He's making it for sure.
We take Cardi B off. Take Cardi B.
Nah, I don't know.
I don't know. She got hits though.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know, D. When it comes to
she got hits.
Actually, we gotta take Fat Joe off.
We could take Remy Ma off.
No. Can't take off Fat Joe.
You can take off Remy Ma.
Remy Ma we can take off.
No, you can't.
Right, yes, you can.
Remy Ma we can take off.
Why?
Remy Ma we can take off.
Why should we keep Remy Ma? Remy Ma had a couple of hits, but it was because I feel like at the time when she put out her stuff.
We revisit that.
We revisit that.
Okay.
Dom Kennedy has to be taken off.
Yeah, I would say he has to.
Dom Kennedy is gonna take
respectable work.
Yeah.
Respectable work. Not that's not knocking.
The baby has to get taken off.
Why?
He doesn't have a large body of work, so he has to come off.
Okay.
Lil Baby too.
Hell yeah.
Lil Baby has to go off because of the body of work.
If you got Trippie Redd, you gotta go to. If you got Trippie Redd, you gotta go to. Sorry, but
I'm taking Jaden Smith off too.
Jaden Smith. X gotta go to.
I don't think X can go.
Why?
He has to. His body of work isn't there.
It's not there.
His body of work
He does.
isn't there.
He. All right.
His body of work isn't there.
He does have. He released 2 albums. He have what do you call it? Hdsncrw goes.
I wouldn't say that.
He put out what's the name before the 90s.
Right,
then
so
you gotta take off Queen Latifah then.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And Missy Elliott. Where she came out? In the 80s.
Alright, fuck that. How about this?
90s.
I'm gonna rock out. I'm about to rock my list out real quick. Alright?
Vince Staples, who's that?
Vince stays. I think Vince stays right now. I
Big
think Wiz Khalifa goes.
Let me give y'all some of my tops real quick.
We think Wiz Khalifa go, right?
Hell yeah, he gotta go. I'm gonna say Pac, Jay-Z, Nas, Big, Jadakiss, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Styles P, J. Cole, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Beanie Siegel, Drake, Kanye, Common, Nipsey. And there's a few more to add on to it, but I definitely feel like that's a bit consistent.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad list. You just forgot Nicki Minaj up there.
Oh no, it's more people, of course. If I go into my top 20 and stuff like that, I'll kill it. That's not including people like.
And we still got to take one off because we not even in the top 50 yet. I think we're gonna do the top 50. But we still got a lot of names to take off it.
Take off Ludacris.
No, I don't think so. You can't take off Luda.
No way.
Luda's probably one of the best lyricists. I
think X goes though.
Him and Busta Rhymes is probably two of the best fucking like lyricists ever.
I think X goes.
What about DMX?
He stays.
Well, I'm joking. I'm sorry. What about who's Big L? I don't know who
Big
that
L
is.
was.
Big L.
Well, he probably will go because
catalog.
his catalog. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have much to rate him off of.
Mm-hmm.
Papoose.
He would have to go. He don't have enough to rate. He got more mixtapes than anything.
Yeah. Chance the Rapper.
He have to go. Chance have to go. Chance have to go because we don't have enough bodies of work. Then that last shit he put out wasn't a rap album, so we can. That shit was not a rap. That was a ballad.
Chance got 10 Day. Chance got Acid Rap. Chance got Coloring Book. Chance got the shit that he put. Well, that's Coloring Book. The shit that he put out recently. It's 4 projects. Then he got Surf Project, which is a collaboration project. Chance got projects, bro.
But he definitely making top 30 though. So yeah, body.
And we got to do top 50. Top 50.
All right, rock it out. Who we got?
I think we got to take Corrupt. We still got too many names.
Yeah, Corrupt gotta go. Joel Santana don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Jones don't make it.
No.
Jim Jones got work. Yeah.
Jim Jones stays.
I'm sorry.
Jim Jones got to stay.
If that's the case, Bow Wow.
My life.
Bow Wow's gone.
I think Bow Wow stays. I think
Bow Wow got work too. Bow Wow got work.
Solo,
I heard
he don't
he
got
wasn't.
work.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't writing his own shit too.
Okay, so then take Drake off. Drake don't write his own
I don't care about writing. I don't care about writing itself.
LL Cool J gotta go.
LL Cool J, no.
He had
Mama said no. Oh, 80.
project.
Big Crit gotta go. Big Crit leaves. Jeezy leaves.
Nah.
I'm not putting Jeezy's time.
Nah.
Can't do it.
Uzi leaves.
You should take off Jadakiss.
I'll take out Uzi.
I'll take off T.I.
Uzi, I'll take out
T.I.
Travis Scott. No.
Travis Scott too. T.I.
No. You bought
Nah,
it.
T.I.
You
got
out of your
work.
fucking mind.
Yeah, T.I. got
T.I.,
work.
you out of your mind. Nigga, you ever
Not
heard
putting
of
out this the way he put out.
You ever heard of the Paper Trail? What's the name, bro?
100%.
The Paper Trail Project? Oh, come on, stop it, bro. You gotta be kidding me.
Juvenile leaves.
Nah. Juvenile just
Jingle
put out
2000.
Childish Gambino.
Jingle 2000.
Childish Gambino leaves.
Why?
Yeah.
Body of work.
What about his body of work?
He has I think he has 4 projects.
It don't matter. He's still big. What do you mean?
He's not a better.
He put out hits.
No, he
Big Pun.
Yes, he did.
Hits are
He didn't put out hits.
His hits is soulful hits.
That's not true.
Well, that's his Big Pun.
R&B hits. Who?
Big Pun.
Nah, you bug. Fuck
Fat
no.
Joe.
Fuck no. Fat Joe goes. Big Pun stays. You out of your mind, boy. Don't never disrespect Pun. Pun rap and Pun got hits. Remy Ma goes.
Yeah, take Remy off.
Remy has to go. Let me see.
Schoolboy don't make the cut.
I don't know. I like Schoolboy.
Schoolboy don't make the cut because it's projects. Only got 3 projects.
It don't matter.
It does.
I don't feel like it does. If they put out the content and it's good, then like, what's the problem? Just because he don't have as much as everybody else, that shouldn't mean anything. I like Schoolboy.
The whole back of the paper gone. Soulja Boy.
We need to eliminate 11 names.
Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy gotta go.
Bro.
Soulja Boy ain't put out nothing new since when?
Soulja Boy goes. Will Smith goes.
No, I don't
Yes.
think so.
Bye.
Will Smith has to go.
When's the last time Will Smith put out a song?
I don't think so. Still, I don't think
it don't matter.
Like
what made
y'all literally made me go back to this guy and revisit everything about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the show?
Big Willie?
I don't think
Big Willie style? Like that shit was fire.
Did you watch the show?
None of his projects are better than what's the name? None of his projects are better than Ludacris' project.
Did you watch the show?
Huh?
Did you watch the show?
I didn't watch the show, but I listened to his music.
None of his projects are better than Ludacris' project.
No, I wouldn't say that.
So I gotta take him off.
Take off,
You gotta take off Cassidy.
Take off
Yeah,
Logic.
not body work.
Cassidy.
Logic gotta go to.
Logic.
How the fuck did Gunna stay so long?
Pause.
Yo!
Future? Is Future up there?
Yeah.
That nigga gotta go too. Give him a fuck about it.
Future has to stay.
He got a body of work, but he is not. No, hell. Get that man off there. Get that man out of here.
Take Nelly off.
Nah.
If you take off Nelly, what's the name
Take
going?
off
Nelly sold more than almost half of these
five people
on this list.
Take off Cardi B.
Cardi B has to go.
If you take off Cardi B, you gotta take off what's the name? Man?
Who?
What's his name? Who did we just say? Before that? Future.
Future.
Nah, Future stays. Future has to stay.
50? Are you kidding
Mac
me?
Miller has to go.
Hell no. I'll take Mac Miller over what's that any day. You tripping.
Mac Miller has to go.
Mac Miller is nasty.
Mac
All
Miller
right,
has to go.
All right, this
No.
nigga tripping. This nigga cat. You about to pass that cat
No.
all over.
I'm ready to take this off.
Nah, what you
Nah.
Nah, let that sit. Let that sit. Let that sit. Let's see, 1, 2.
What about 50? Many.
Nah, 50 stays.
Many.
50 stays. 50 have to
Mates?
stay. I'm gonna have to say Vince don't make the cut. Vince has to go. Sadly.
You gotta take 5 more. Vince
have to go.
goes.
Not that Vince is fucking fired, but he don't make the cut.
Who's Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Oh.
What?
What is that, Cardi B?
Cardi.
Master P.
Oh, Master
I think Master P put out music for the 90s too, right?
Yep, get her out of him. KRS-One gotta go there.
That's all.
I've been to.
Who else?
What about Biggie? Biggie put out
Lloyd
music
Banks.
for the 90s too, right?
What about Cool G Rap gotta
Yes,
go?
he did.
I think I took Cool J Rap off.
You took out Cool G? Okay.
I think.
Biggie and Tupac, right? Or they was all in the
The
90s?
albums came out in the 90s.
Tyler, the Creator.
Hmm.
Don't make the cut, unfortunately. He got good music, he got good projects, but a lot of his projects wasn't real rap.
Yeah, like his last album was a
You
real
can't,
rap.
you can't classify it. Like, what's real rap?
Well,
His last album, what did he really rap?
What I mean by that is, he wasn't barring you. He wasn't.
But he can bar. We've seen that.
Yes,
before.
very
He
true.
can bar.
But I don't think. I just don't think he make top 50.
Yeah,
Snoop
the
has
content
to go. I
is-
think Snoop.
No,
Snoop put
hell,
out.
you
Snoop
can't.
put out music. Snoop debut album was what year?
That's true.
I think it was 92.
Son. Yeah, because that was around what's the name was coming out. Tupac and all was out at the time, so he got to stay. He's literally top. He's probably top 10. He changed the face of fucking rap. Really, that Doggy Style album was crazy. Not that I listened to it, but great views on it. So he stays. You said we took off Cool G Rap, right?
Joey Bad.
No, you
Big
bought-
Sean gotta go.
You bought
Big Sean gotta go.
Joey
Busta
Bag got
Rhymes?
projects.
Hmm?
Busta
Busta Rhymes stays.
Busta stays.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
But yeah, Big Sean goes.
You know who we ain't put up there? Twisted.
Nah,
He
he
made
gets
the
nah.
time, yeah, he won't.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like, we didn't.
Unfortunately, the game gotta go to him.
I took the game off.
Most Def gotta go.
No, y'all fucking out of y'all mind. Y'all niggas insane. Y'all got y'all are fucking insane, bro. Y'all insane. Y'all are not serious.
I'll take
Wow.
right now. Right now. Right now.
Y'all are fucking
Right
insane,
now.
bro.
Me,
Y'all niggas
look.
tripping, bro.
Me hearing
Y'all
more common projects than I heard of Most Def. That's only why.
I think that's it. I think that's about it.
Ja Rule.
Yeah, Jerry
Gotta
gotta
go.
go. He out of here, buddy.
Yeah, he gotta go.
If you taking
If Mos Def gotta go off,
you gotta take Ja Rule off. I'm sorry.
100%. How many we got left? We done. We good.
That's it. This should be good.
We should be good.
So y'all want to take off?
Ja Rule.
Nah, y'all fucking.
Now he gotta go.
Because
then Mos Def had to come on.
No, y'all took Mos Def off.
Look,
what the fuck y'all talking about?
Nelly gone, right? Nelly gone.
Nelly gone. No, Nelly's still up there.
Nelly gotta go. Nelly gotta go.
Nah, bro.
Nelly gotta go. Nelly gotta go.
No.
Nelly gotta
Take
go.
off Ja Rule.
Nelly gotta go. He was with St. Lunatics anyway. He gotta go.
Nah,
he gotta go.
Nigga, St. Lunatics was his group.
He gotta go.
Nah, you bugging.
He gotta go, bro. You're not gonna put him in the same breath as Big Pocket too. Get that shit out of here, bro. Get that nigga out of here.
You're not putting Mac Miller in the same breath as them niggas, bro.
Better than who? Better than who? Who was the choice?
Memphis Bleak going.
Who's the choice? Hell no.
Bro,
hell no.
Yo, are you serious?
Tripping. I got my mind right, money right, ready for war.
That's one out. That's
what you talking about. Big now, hell no.
Memphis Bleak don't have a better album than none of these niggas up here.
Tripping.
Memphis Bleak don't have a better album than none of these niggas up
He
here.
gotta go. It's cool. It's cool.
So you saying that Ja Rule?
Ja Rule was better than Memphis Bleak.
Hell no.
Bro, Ja Rule got hits.
Song structure.
Bro, Ja Rule got hits. Song making. Y'all want to play around.
Big L gotta go.
Got hits.
Big L gotta go.
Big L been going.
That nigga racing by himself.
I'm not. We all said that. We all said that. So I guess we can rewrite it on the other board. You got the other board?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck, we just rock it out. Nah, don't rewrite, just rock it out.
About the number, we gonna rank them or we just gonna keep
Nah,
them?
just give them out. Just give them out. Let's rock out. Go ahead, Dave.
So who we listening? Who we took off? So you got Mac Miller, right? Or Memphis, Mac Miller or Memphis Bleak? Mac going off?
Yep.
Memphis Bleak staying up?
Yep.
Nah, if you taking Mac Miller off, you gotta take Ja Rule off.
Nah, what? Yo, y'all niggas are buck. Yo, Ja Rule had the 2000s. What are y'all talking about? Y'all are tripping. Yo, y'all are really tripping.
Nah, you gotta take him off.
Nah,
or take Nelly off.
Nah, Nelly.
When's the last thing he did?
I feel like Nelly and Ja Rule the same person.
Nelly
and Ja Rule the same person. One of them. You can't keep both of these jingles, niggas.
You can't keep both of them. No, it don't matter, bro.
You about how we can't do album
no more. The content ain't there no more.
Bro, you're not about to say
you can't do that, D.
No, the content ain't there no more, man. The content ain't there no more.
I tell niggas get rid of Mos Def, so don't tell me no content is there. That niggas
put Mos Def back on, take both of them off.
I take it. I take it. That nigga said. Yeah, for sure.
Take off who though?
Take off Nelly and Ja Rule. They gotta go.
Oh my, yo, you
take both of them off.
Nigga, yo, bro, they cancel each other out. They did the same thing, nigga.
Yes, they did.
Both of them niggas worked that Jingle 2000 with Jamie Foxx.
Right.
Nigga, stop.
Get out of here.
Hell
take
no.
them both off. Put Mos Def back on.
We talk about body of work, right? Nelly got the body of work. Nelly has album sounds.
So what is it? Sweatsuit? Was that one of his albums? Sweatsuit? Some shit like that. We had a double album.
It hot in here. So
nah, he gotta go, bro.
That's a song. Ain't no
he gotta go, bro.
I got Memphis Bleak up here.
He gotta go. He gotta go.
Memphis Bleak gotta go.
Take off Nelly and Ja Rule.
Memphis Bleak
Put back
Bleak can go.
Bleak can go. Mos Def has to come back.
Okay, if Bleak go, Mos Def come back. Right, Nelly leaves.
All right.
Deal.
Bleak goes.
You gotta watch nigga hand. He might try to leave that shit up there.
Most stuff. No, Nelly's leaving.
Nelly.
Not Ja Rule. What are you doing?
Nelly.
That's Nelly. Right
that was Ja Rule.
No, Ja Rule over there.
Oh, who's it?
Right, Nelly.
No, underneath.
Who's
It was Nelly. Jeezy, that was Jeezy at the bottom.
Jeezy going definitely.
Nah, Jeezy stays. Jeezy stays, boy. Oh my goodness, I think we got enough.
Right, let's do it. Let's rock it out. Get it, D.
We can't record.
Teon.
We got 50. Got 50. All right, so we got Tupac, Biggie,
and no order.
No order. We need to do order though.
Top 5 order. Rest of them not.
Nah, we should do order though.
Let's do top 5. Let's do top 5 order.
Nah, that's too easy. Come on, bro. Everybody top 5 was the same. That's easy.
Top 10. Top 10.
Nah, everybody. Listen, I give y'all the order. I mean, I give y'all the name, but I guess we'll place the order.
Alright, I'm gonna put the. I'm gonna write it down, man.
Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Meek Mill, Kanye.
What? Pause. Take that nigga off. Take Meek off. Take Meek off.
Why are you taking Meek off?
Take Meek off.
No.
Hell no. He is not. No.
You bugging.
No way.
You ain't
No way. No way did he make the list.
I don't know how the fuck you made
No way did that nigga make.
Yo, I don't know how.
Take him off.
No.
AD, take him off. Take him off. Yo. Nah. Hell, he gotta go.
Leave him.
No.
If you take him off, it's 49.
No, I don't care. It's 49. He gotta go.
No.
Put Will Smith come back. If he's still Will Smith come back.
Why y'all don't like Meek Mill?
Will Smith, no, hell no.
We gotta go. Will
He
Smith
had
back.
3 trash albums. No, hell no.
Championships was trash.
That was his last
But
one. No.
when was Will's first album?
It was in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Y'all bugging. Give me this list.
Oh. Yo, she's wild, yo.
I wrote it on paper, D. No worries. We got backup.
Nah,
That's
hell
why
no.
I wrote it down. Meek Mill gotta stay up there.
No, he don't. He's not top 50. He's not top 50.
Are y'all serious
He
right now?
recently even became in a lyrical category when Champions came out.
It don't
He
matter. That's
was
a good
bootleg
album.
before that.
That's a good
You're
album.
not doing that. You're not.
Y'all
You're not about to.
bugging.
You're not about to disrespect Will
Y'all
Smith and have
bug.
that nigga Meek up there. You lost your mind.
Find out when Big Willie Star came
I'm
out.
about to go right now.
I don't even listen to Will Smith.
Tripping.
Will Smith's a better artist from Philly.
100%.
Nah, he did projects in '88 though. Yeah, nah, he got it. Will still.
What are you talking about? Big Willie Style came out in 97.
That's his debut album.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Will Smith can come up, but he was doing music before then though.
Yeah, but that was what's the name? Fresh Prince as Fresh Prince. So as Fresh Prince, no. But then he put out with Big Willie Style in 97, and that shit was hitting. And literally posed as a Statue of Liberty. Like he wow, you know what he was doing.
I see already.
Yeah, like, keep going, you're right. So change, erase Meek and add Willie.
So we took out Meek Mill and we added Will Smith. And it's Kanye, Nas, Jay. I'm sorry, I'm bugging. Let me start over. Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kanye, Nas, Drake, Pusha T, Nicki Minaj, Missy Elliott, Rick Ross, Wale, Future, Killer Mike, Juvenile, Max B.
Max B gotta go. I'm sorry, it's gonna drop, but he gotta go. He don't have a body of work.
So y'all don't have a top 50 then?
Max, yeah, Max
49.
going.
Max gotta go.
Max
Yeah.
going, yeah.
Next one.
Juvenile, Jeezy, Kendrick, Nipsey, Mace, Cameron, Jim Jones, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, J. Cole, Snoop Dogg, Big Sean, Schoolboy Q, Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, Sada Prince, Will Smith, Ludacris, Common, Busta Rhymes, T.I., Eminem, Joey Badass, Big Pun, Mos Def, Beanie Siegel, Gucci Mane, Fabulous.
Did we get Jada and Styles P?
Jadakiss, Currency, Styles P, DMX, Mac Miller, Ja Rule, and Scarface.
I'm cool with that. I can live with that. I can live with that for now.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
I think Scarface put out an album before what's the name?
Yeah, you probably did, but we can leave with it for now. Yeah. What a motherfucking category. What a top 50.
Time to wrap it up.
Yes, sir. So if you tuned in until the end of this podcast, we thank you. We thank you, and we thank you even more.
Not the best handwriting, but it'll do.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
You're welcome. Artwork by Crissy.
That shit looks terrible.
Thank you.